Hi children, good morning. Welcome back to social class. Okay. Yes. Today we are going to learn about the continuation version of the chapter Democracy in the Contemporary World. Okay. And I'll give you people 2 minutes. Whatever the concepts which I've already learned in the last 2 classes about this chapter, just recall. Okay. Yes, very good. So guys, in the last class we have learnt about the story of Chile and the story of Poland. Okay, coming to Chile, what happens? Allende was there and he was a leader elected by the people. That is, he was following democracy and he was helping to the poor and the workers. And then what happened? His administration was overthrown by a military coup. That is Pinochet. And the Pinochets ruled the country for almost 17 years and then he started with the referendum. So finally once the referendum started, the people overthrown or rejected Pinochet's administration and they started to adopt democracy. Okay. And then next, coming to Poland. How was the situation? What happened in Poland? Yes. So what happened? The Poland was following this Communist Party. Okay, so in Communist Party what happens? People will not be having any rights to question the government. So, Poland was following this communist system. So, after that, from the trade union, people started to fight against the government and then they started to restore or adopt this democracy. Okay, next. Today in this class, we are going to see about the phases in the expansion of democracy, that is beginning, how this idea of democracy started and from whom they got motivated to start with this democracy or the revolutionary activities to adopt this democracy, and then end of colonialism, and finally we'll have a recapitulation session. Okay, fine. Yes, here we can see the phases in the expansion of democracy, that is the beginning. So, how this, the expansion of democracy started. Okay, this modern democracy, the idea of modern democracy has began or started almost the 2 centuries ago. Okay. So, 2 centuries ago, the story of modern democracy started to begin. And then we can see that the French Revolution started in the year of 1789. Okay, just remember, this is very much important concept for you people. Okay, French Revolution in the year 1789. So coming to the French Revolution, what happens? It is, the revolution started to, inspire or give the motivation to the many other countries to start with the revolutionary activities to get the democracy or the political freedom or, the equality, political equality and the freedom, all those things. Okay. So coming to French, what happened? They were following this feudal system, or we can even call it as a monarchy. So there they had divided the people into 3 categories. Okay, guys, take your note, make a note of this. This is very much important. Okay, in France, they have divided the people in 3 categories. Okay, the first one it is, what is that? You people don't know, it seems. The first one, it is clergy. The first base, or the first, the category of people is clergy. And the second one, it is nobility people. And the third one, it is peasants. Okay, guys, once again, make a note of it. Clergy, the first estate people, and the second estate people are nobility people, and the third estate people are peasants. Okay. So based on their status and their work, they have divided the people into 3 estates. So coming to the clergy and the nobility people, these people were the prosperous people of the society. Okay guys, the clergy and the nobility, these two, the estate people were the prosperous people of the society, and they were using the third estate people for their personal benefits and even as their servants. Okay. So here we can understand the common people are the third estate people, that is the peasants and other workers. They did not have much rights. Okay. So that's the reason they started with the revolution with the aim of political stability and even the political equality, freedom and unity among the people. See, this popular uprising did not establish a secure and stable democracy in France throughout the 19th century. So people started with this revolution in France. But even though this French Revolution, whatever it happened in the 19th century, throughout the 19th century, this revolution did not get them at the stable or the secure democracy. Okay guys, hope you people understood the beginning of the expansion of democracy. Okay, next, democracy in France was overthrown and restored several times. So here they are telling that democracy in the France was overthrown and restored several times. So even in the last, about Chile also we have seen the same problem. People were already following the democracy, but it was overthrown by a military coup and again it got restored. So same here also what happens, even in France also, they started to follow democracy and again it was overthrown by the, the monarchy or the military coup, and again it got restored many times. It was not stable and a secured one. Okay. But even though this French Revolution inspired many struggles for democracy all over the Europe. Okay, so by seeing this French Revolution, many other countries also started to, the struggle for the democracy all over the Europe. Okay, hope you guys understood. This pictures you can see that, these are all the incidents or things which happened in a French Revolution. Okay, yes. Next we can see that the progress towards democracy started much before the French Revolution in Britain. So before this French Revolution in Britain, they started with the progress of democracy. Okay, but even though the Britain started earlier than the French Revolution or the France, it was not progressed. Okay, the progress was very slow in Britain. Okay guys, so through the 18th and the 19th century, series of political events reduced the power of monarchy and feudal lords. So here what happened? Through the 18th and 19th century, so throughout they have started with this political events or whatever the series of political events that has been taken place reduce the power of monarchy and the feudal law. So you people already understood what is monarchy. Yes or no? What is monarchy, children? Yes, kings or queens were ruling the country. Okay, and the feudal system or the feudal lords means, just now I explained to people in France how they were following. They divided the people in 3 estates. Okay, so the way they were treating the people. So finally, whatever the political incidents or the events which happened, that started to reduce this power of monarchy and the feudal lords. That means even the right to vote increased in the country. That means even the other people started to get to vote for their leaders. Okay, but here whatever we are seeing that right to vote increased in the countries, it is not a complete voting rights. Okay, that means the voting rights was given only to the few set of people. Understand? So here what happens? Now in some countries, the voting rights given only to the prosperous people of the society, that too only for the men. Okay, in some countries, only for the men they have given the voting rights. But women, they didn't have voting rights. Along with that, the poor men also didn't have a voting right. Okay, even though they started with the democracy, that means only the partial democratic country they were following, not the complete version. Okay, yes, we'll move to the next slide. That is, the British colonies in North America declared themselves independent in 1776. So finally, we all know that British were ruling the many countries and controlling the many countries. So even India was also one of the colony for British people. So North America, here the British colonies in North America declared themselves independent in 1776. So here we can see the North American map. Okay, and then in the next few years, these colonies came together to form the United States of America. So finally, whatever the colonies we saw, the British colonies in North America, they all joined together or came together in the next few years, and they have formed the United States of America. Okay, and next, America adopted democratic constitution in 1787. Guys, remember, America adopted this democratic constitution in 1787. But here too the right to vote was limited to very few men. So as I explained you in the last slide, what happened? Whatever the the voting right they have given, it was limited. Okay, it was not a complete democratic constitution they were following. Whatever the voting right they have given to the people was very limited. Only for the limited men or the few men they have given. It may be for the prosperous men, or if coming to the America, what happens? Only for the white men they have given the voting right. Okay, because in America we can see what happens. There was a fight among the white and the black people. So that's the reason. Okay. Next we can see that major demand of people was the right for every adult citizen to vote. So finally, as I told you people, they were following only the partial democracy. That means all the people, they didn't have a voting right. So that is the reason the major demand of the people was right for every adult citizen to vote, including men, women, rich, poor, white and black, irrespective of their the gender, their status, all those things the people were expecting all the adults to get voting right. In some countries, only people owning property had the right to vote. So as I explained you people, only few people or the few men that too was got the lot of property. That is, the prosperous people of the society only had got the right to port.